How can you begin the journey of healing and finding your true self when family keeps pulling you down? This loudness of your community, the tornado of constant roaring voices within inside your head, illuminating your doubts, ridiculing you beyond belief, turning your own mind against you. It is difficult to find self-worth when you keep placing value within your pain. Being okay with weakness is finally taking off the mask of society and coming home to your truth. You are not meant to constantly endure. You need a break. So stop being okay with masking your true personality just to be able to fit in. Because you think it's hard being unique. Safety is never standing out or speaking your true mind. No. Can't be an individual, can we? For safety is in your pain, in hiding, withdrawing, holding yourself back up to 90% so that way you can be the meek little mouse in the corner, never causing a problem, never causing a ruffle, hiding yourself to the point to where you now feel like an obstacle inside your own skin, inside your own mind, because you have conditioned yourself to agreeing that you need to be a follower. You have been conditioned to agreeing that you feel safe within your pain. This is not an obstacle in life unless you decide to try and climb it. Unless you be courageous enough to say, hey, this is my mountaintop. For nothing great in this world is easy. In fact, if it's easy to you right now, run the opposite way, because there is no value or learning in doing the easy thing. Far too long you have sought comfort in your safety, relying on your pain so you can just tell everybody, this is what I've been through. And I am not mocking you because I have my fair share of pain. But I'm telling you right now, when you're able to look in the mirror and say, yes, we've been through this, and you're worth more now for not being a survivor, but thriving, it is a different feeling. It is a much different feeling on the inside. Looky, I got goosebumps. It is just a different feeling altogether. So stop feeling that it's easier with the devil that you know than with the unknown of yourself. Because this complacency has killed your dreams. It has dulled your spirit and erased your imagination. All because you wanted to feel safe within your pain. I get it. It's very hard to hear, but we are here to come home to our truths. Because you have gotten so good about living inside your pain, you no longer recognize it. And within your own complacency, nobody else recognizes that you're in pain either. Because at some point, your survival will become your performance of pain. No longer living for yourself. And this struggle became a stage of all the voices in your life and society cheering you on for that pain, just clapping you on and cheering you on and embracing your suffering, making you accept that this misery is standard, making you accept that love should feel this painful, making you think that happiness is a goal, making you think that happiness is that destination instead of a state of being that you were born to be. Making you feel so comfortable with your pain, you can no longer find the way to the darkness inside yourself. Just because you were raised to be strong, never to be weak and show emotions. Never to address these emotions, so now you no longer know how to confront them or even begin to learn how to navigate it. You don't know how to begin to heal and are now no longer comfortable being alone because your inner voice of truth keeps bubbling up. It's becoming a hostile takeover because in moments of some of your gloriness, nobody ever showed up. So now in your moments of weakness, you were never taught to show up for yourself. Having no coping skills to start the healing process. So instead of breaking down, you take all that pain in. Because what else do you do when you're offered love in the form of endurance and suffering? You wear these. You wear these as badges, and you honor it. You honor it so much that you are continuously seeking the exact same pain in all of your relationships, never knowing that you should put your all into your friends, into your job, into a family member, into a spouse, never leaving room for yourself, snuffing your own flame of life out, never having anybody really doing a welfare check on you in your life, asking you, how is your true emotional state today? Do you need a hug? Do you need an ear? And never seeking out this welfare check either, you were taught to continuously seek validation. All in a world who doesn't even know you because you don't know yourself, who only judges you by your productivity and not your worth. So living within this pain blocks you from showing up for yourself and for your own inner truth. So quit your self-loathing and stop running through life asking for self-clarity when everything is being shown straight to you in the forms of mental vision. Turn that self-doubt around and actually work on the thing that you were doubting. How about that? Have you ever tried that in your life? Working on the one thing that you were doubting? Try it. What can happen? Ooh, you fail and you learn where to truly start learning from then on? Wonderful. So that means that it's not a failure, it was a success. Anything that teaches you how to become greater and anything that teaches you more than what you currently know is a success. So failure isn't great if you're able to apply the lessons that you learned. Therefore, it's now a success. Through all of this, you will keep getting mental clarity and you will start learning more and more just because you are applying and learning that success is action. That's it. Just by simply applying yourself. It's not about failing and succeeding. It's literally about action and learning. And once applying this action to your life, this is when greatness begins. Because you are starting from your true point. You are knowing exactly where this learning needs to begin, and thus, nobody can now knock you down. You're on your path. You're living within your truth. You're now living within your happiness because you're now living your greatest potential self because you are on your continual learning path. And you are worth this happiness. You were born to be this. It is your birthright. It is not a destiny. It is not fate. It is what you make of it, and it's whatever action you put behind it because you are only as great as the effort that you put behind anything in life. So stop performing and living your life for other people and do it for yourself. Rip off the shackles of society pain. Rip off the masks of condition and mold your own self. Yes, you were trained from birth of how to follow all these norms. It's okay. I'm not saying to ignore it. I'm saying to compartmentalize them, to divide where you need to use what they want of you versus how you need to use yourself from here on out. Because you are no longer being happy to work until burnout. You are no longer happy to become exhausted to illness. You are no longer happy to just fall in line. And this, my love, is owning yourself, showing up for yourself, and becoming your true identity and personality. This is you living within your happiness. This is showing you that you have to show up for yourself in order for your greatest potential self to thrive. Stop being happy in your shallowness and pain because you know your true self is yelling at you from your inner core. Be one of those people running around in life with this cosmic smile on your face like you're in on a joke that nobody else knows just because you finally took the pill of I don't care and you found yourself. You found your eternal love. You found your integrity. So you're able not to care what other people's opinions think. So follow your inner voice to your self-acceptance and worth. Live within your truest, greatest self and your inner love. Show up for your truth and show up for yourself in life because you are the true beginning point. And do the work because you are only as good as the effort you put behind it. Because you got this. I want to thank you for joining me today. I am Toby. This is Authentic We. Be kind out there on your journey because you are loved. Ubuntu. They brought you down so very small. Within this nothingness, you found it all. Illuminance deep from within, rising up free from sin. For in this darkness your strength begins, a seed of abundance, of greatness within. Begin your journey to heart's purest truth. So grow that seed of abundance, the greatness in you. Ubuntu.